Hello and welcome back. I'm back again. Third video, same day. I've been making quite a few videos every day. There's this overwhelming urge to share my being with you, with everyone. There comes a time when you feel deeply that sharing is right, that you feel your cup is full and it's overflowing, and you just want to pour some of it out because you know some people, their cups are empty. But that's not what this video is about. This video is probably the most important message I'll ever say in any video that I ever make. And that is to never take anything I say seriously. To never take anything that I say in these videos to heart. That anything I say in these videos are, first of all, experiences and realizations that I've had for myself. And most of all, the information in the form of words that is coming through my mouth is not important at all. What's really important is the vibration, the frequency at which this vessel vibrates, my being beyond this vessel. What's really important is my being. Not my thoughts, not how I feel about certain thoughts, but the being. We spend so much time doing, accumulating things, reaching, achieving, that sometimes we forget to just be. When a piece of wood that is burning is set next to another piece of wood that's burning stronger, brighter, more intensely, that first piece of wood also begins to pick up some of that intensity from that other flame. And when you put many pieces of wood together that are burning, the overall intensity of the flames together become much brighter. So I'm here without a script, open, genuine, sharing of my being without trying to share of my being. Whatever word comes out of my mouth, I have no idea what it's going to be and why it's being said. And that's what's important. Because today We spend most of our time trying to become something. We spend most of our time watching others on YouTube, television, someone we may look up to in our family, and we see aspects in them, and then we try to adopt those aspects that we like into ourselves in the attempt of becoming something that we want, becoming the person we want to be, the person. As though the person we already are is not good enough. We're oftentimes afraid to be who we really are, because for a large majority of the population, at least in the Western society, the person you have built yourself to be up till now has friends, colleagues, the people around you that are in your circle know you as a certain type of person. And you can feel that if you were to be yourself, some of those friendships would crumble. Some of the people in your life, maybe even the job you're currently at, the people you work for, may not accept you anymore. So in order for people to feel more comfortable and for us to fit in, we suppress our true being. We suppress who we really are. Because rather than being different, we'd rather all be the same. There's a certain comfort there. You already have a general idea of what the people are going to be like. There's a certain security. You can already begin to trust a person when you can see certain patterns in them that you recognize that are acceptable by society because you yourself follow them. You say, that's a good person. Or you say, that's the type of person I can trust. That's the type of person I want to be around because I know that type of person. Not realizing that you're limiting your own growth. The personality is a form of cancer that we allow to be there. Did you know that a fetus, a baby, when it begins to grow, is a type of tumor? And the body recognizes it as safe. That's why whenever you have a transplant, let's say you transplant a lung or a liver, or whatever, from another person, it becomes rejected. Can be without medication. But a cancer cell is accepted. A fetus, the baby, a new growth, is accepted. And this is simply because it's able to send out chemicals or whatever it is that can fool your body into believing that it's a good thing and that it's part of it. And in the same way, when you see a person who fits into the societal norms and beliefs, you accept that person, thinking it's for your good. when all this time they give you permission to continue to suppress who you really are. In allowing yourself to be who you already are, who you really are, can be a scary thing, because it means that many of the structures you've already created, friendships, work, so on, may crumble. Just like when a flower blooms, the petals on the flower can fall off easily with a storm, heavy rain, wind, which is all storm. You see, the flower is very fragile. It's vulnerable. But it's beautiful. And in that vulnerability, in the flower's ability to be fragile, it will release certain fragrances that otherwise you would never know are there. When you pass next to a rose bush, that can be a very pleasant experience. You can smell the beautiful flowers. There's something there that could not be there unless the flower came to be fully. If the flower stopped itself from flowering, the fragrance would never be shared and would never be known. And in the same way, we stop ourselves from flowering, from becoming who we are really, when we try to fit into the ideas that others say we need to fit into in order to be part of society. Society is nothing more than a collective agreement to behave a certain way so that you can be trusted. That's all it is. And we all know that even the person who seems to be the most trusted, deep down may be a serial killer, deep down may be a pedophile, deep down may be all kinds of things that society sees as wrong. Am I saying you should kill people, rape children? Of course not. But there are aspects of yourself that you could let shine. Even a rose petal, a rose bush has thorns. And ultimately, there is no right, there is no wrong in the world. If you believe that this is your one and only life, then you'll do everything you can to make sure that it goes your way. But if you can see life as a cycle of death and rebirth and repeat, in the same way that the sun will come back, but in reality it's just the earth spinning and then going around the sun. Hang on, hopefully he doesn't leave. I want to show you this. Can you see him? Is he there still? Yeah. Little squirrel, come to hang out, come to listen, come to share his being. You see, whenever an animal, like a cat, a dog, we can allow these animals to be themselves. When you watch your dog being completely weird, strange, I mean, he's not trying to be not himself, and you still accept him. Some people don't like dogs, some people don't like cats, but if a dog pretended to be a cat and then one day you found out it was a dog, but you don't like dogs, that's creating conflict for yourself in the future. If everybody were just always themselves, 100%, the people in your life, the situations in your life would all align to who you are. The friends you would make would be your real friends. Not to say that there aren't, you know, you can always be friendly with people, but let's be honest, some people just don't align. And it's not to say that you have to love everybody in the same sense of, you know, friendship and relationships. Because on this level, you know, there are some differences. And I believe the point of existence is allowing yourself to be, dropping the judgments you make of yourself so that you can align yourself with who you really are, to discover your own authenticity and allowing it to be. Because in my experience, that's where I've found the most freedom. That's where I've been the most happy. It's the only time I've actually truly been happy in my life, when I stopped trying to be something that I'm not. And I started examining all the instances in my life where I wasn't being myself, finding those instances where I wasn't being true to my own being, and just allowing them all to be. Leave it unlocked. Bye, Jackie. My roommate going to work. Sometimes in your life, when you allow yourself to be who you are, you will find that you just don't fit in anymore. And at first, there may seem to be more clash, more heading or butting heads than ever before. But that's just because you're realizing that you don't fit in the current environment that you fell into as a fake person, that you allowed into your life. And as you discover who you are, as you allow yourself to be who you are more and more, this clashing will subside as you stop judging yourself, and you'll start to realign. And the people that were supposed to be in your life, the people that you were supposed to meet, and the situations that are right for you will come on their own without you having to try, without you having to create the situation for them. And you'll find the boundless freedom and happiness that you've been looking for your entire life, that society has been trying to tell you you can get by buying things, reaching certain goals, when the real thing is learning to love yourself, learning to accept yourself. And once you can be yourself fully, you can share your being. And it doesn't matter who you are on the surface. You may not like what I say, you may not like how I look, and the message might not hit home for you. But what will hit home for you is there's someone who's being themselves. There is someone who is learning to express his own authenticity, and that I can understand. So anything I say in these videos does not matter at all. What matters is my shared essence of authenticity, and that is the message I want to share with the world. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Peace.